Okay, so I guess they are getting ready to start the game. And it's a Flundereeze mirror match, but looking at Fuxing's hand, it's not very good. Yeah, Fuxing has quite a bit of hand traps and Harpy Feather Duster. So Norman starting first. No, actually no.
I think Fuxing went first.
Nothing to do. Play. Yeah, and Norman is activating Pot of Duality, revealing 2 Ash Blossoms and 1 Apex Avian. Taking the Ash Blossom would be the correct choice. And as you mentioned, right, the Flundereeze, they rely a lot on the normal summon and tribute summon. One of the cards that can go and counter them gravely will also be Ash Blossom. Because a lot of their normal summons, they would result in actually searching, resolving the effect, then performing another normal summon. So his normal summons, I think it's called Robina. Okay. And Robina is being negated by Ash Blossom. So Robina hits on for an attack of 600 damage to Shou Fuxing's life points. Norman sets 1 card and ends his turn. So it's Fuxing's turn. He is probably going to activate the Harpy Feather Duster first, because I think one of the traps that is used by Flundereeze will probably be the Flundereeze and the City of Dreams, which is during the main phase, immediately after the effect resolves, he can normal summon 1 level 4 or lower Wing Beast monster. Then, you know, that keeps the momentum going. After he normal summon, he can keep searching and normal summoning. So Fuxing passes on to Norman, and Norman starts the turn again with a Pot of Duality.
Yeah, this will be his second duality of the game.
Yeah.
He's been drawing really well and been able to manipulate his deck even more.
Correct. And looking at it, he has actually revealed a Pot of Generosity, Pot Book of Moon, and another Flundereeze. I guess that would be Flundereeze Eaglin. Oh, so there's a Pot of Prosperity, not Generosity. My bad. So he took on the Pot of Prosperity and activates the Pot of Prosperity.
Yeah. This allows him to dig deeper into his deck to search for his win condition.
Correct.
So he's going straight for 6 cards.
Yes.
That will allow him to excavate 6.
Yes.
And choose one of it.
Correct. And as we know, the Flundereeze deck, they don't really use any of the extra decks. So this is like a free pot, and it works very well with Duality. It's like almost excavating 9 cards from a deck, because the drawback of Prosperity is that he cannot draw cards after using Prosperity, but Duality is just adding cards, not even drawing cards. So he managed to evade that demerit, you see. So he normal summons Robina, searches for Eaglin, and normal summons Eaglin. He's holding it yet. He's holding first. He's cutting his deck, and then resolving Robina's effect, normal summon Eaglin, and probably activating Eaglin's effect to search again. So Eaglin will allow him to add a level 7 or above. He's adding M-Pen to the hand. And M-Pen will be normal summoned, tributing both Robina and Eaglin, and normal summoning M-Pen. And because of this, right, it's very good. Like they have an auto chain block. You can simply just chain 1 M-Pen, chain 2 Robina, and return Robina to the hand. And then M-Pen will search for 1 Flundereeze Spell Trap and add to the hand. So he searches for the Flundereeze and the City of Dreams. Which in the next turn, he probably could use the trap to normal summon Robina. Robina go to Eaglin and then go for another M-Pen or whatnot again. Okay, after he searches for it, he normal summons the Wind Barrier statue. And he goes on with full assault against Fuxing's life points. So in your opinion, do you think normal summoning the barrier statue is of any help at this moment? Or our wind monsters?
Well, we have additional knowledge that both of them are playing a mirror match.
Yes,
but
correct.
for Norman, he probably didn't know what his opponent is playing.
Yeah.
Since all he has seen is only 2 Ash Blossom.
Correct.
And Fuxing has decided to do a tactical conceding of the match by not revealing any more of his deck.
Correct. And I also think that the reason is because he didn't draw a lot of his cards that's needed to start the game. He drew a lot of his hand traps, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Remember at the start of before the start of the game, I thought that this match was going to be a slow one. but guys, game 1 has just finished and the win goes to Norman.
So the game might go very differently right now because Norman has no idea of what his opponent is playing.
Correct.
So he might be siding incorrectly. So as we can see, Fuxin is now doing the correct siding. He's siding out Max C.
Yes, Max C is of no help against a Flundereeze deck. Okay, he probably, I mean, if their deck lists are rather similar, alright, they could be siding out like Max C. They could be setting out the Wind Barrier statue because obviously everything is normal summon, none of special summon. And even so, all of them are wind attributes, so it doesn't matter. Okay, then they could be signing stuff like, I mean, especially for Fuxing, since he knows that his opponent is playing a mirror, he'll sign maybe, I guess, Evenly Mass, Lightning Storm, you know, the usual against a control deck. But in your opinion, do you think Flundereeze is that heavy on traps or just on monsters? Monsters, right?
Correct. It's heavily monsters.
But if let's say if the Flundereeze is well set up, let's say they already have an Empen there and Wind Barrier statue, and because they are all normal summon, they are all in an attack position, and then they have a couple of spell traps behind. So giving you a question, if you had a Lightning Storm in your hand and you activate it, what will you choose to destroy? The monsters or the spell traps?
I think it depends on what monsters they have. If they have an Apex Avian, then it might be a different story. But otherwise, I think the back rows are a bigger threat, simply because most of the front row monsters, they only affect special summon monsters, which are lesser
of a threat for Fuxing, I guess. But and also to add on is like because the spell traps are the one that also enables the normal summoning during your opponent's turn, right? So I guess clearing the back row is much more of a logical choice as well. Okay, so both players have finished siding their cards, and we are aware that Norman is siding blindly over here. He does not know what his opponent is playing. So if let's say, judging from Fuxing's plays, right, he hasn't been setting anything. He has only been using hand traps. So maybe Norman's expectation is he could be playing Fuxing could be playing a combo deck, and he could be siding stuff like he could even let the Maxi remain in the main deck, right? Putting in more Maxi instead, you know. And then he could be siding in maybe, I mean, lots of stuff could be like, I mean, against a combo deck, you have Maxi, you have Nibiru and whatnot inside the deck as well. So these are stuff that you counter a combo deck, but we hope that Norman might just, you know, sometimes if I'm playing a deck that I don't know, right, I might do a fake siding, you know, just side in 15 cards and take out 15 cards at the same time. So I'm actually not siding anything, but giving an impression that I am. Okay, so the game has started.
Fuxing drew 5 and passed again.
Fuxing drew 5 and passed again, and Norman still has no idea what Fuxing is playing. And you can look from Fuxing, but Norman actually sets one card at instant. So if I'm correct, maybe he's setting a lot of the hand traps. Maybe there's a lot of Maxi in his hand. So Fuxing starts off with the Pot of Extravagance, right? Banishing a random of 6 cards from the extra deck
to draw 2 cards. So
here I'm hoping that his bad luck does not persist and he does not draw a Pot of Prosperity. Oh, but it got negated by Ash Blossom, so that doesn't matter.
And that's all for his turn again.
Yes. I think from this point on, Norman will have a better idea on what Fuxing is playing. And Norman summons his Flundereeze Robina.
Once again, he has reached his starting key card.
Yes. Robina searches for the Wind Barrier statue, and then he can normal summon, which I think he could have Eaglen in his hand already. What I'm really very impressed about Flundereeze effect is that they are quite similar to the gadgets in the past.
Oh yes.
They always make sure they have monsters for normal summon in the next turn. Okay, so I guess that is Stretch. That is Flundereeze Stretch. Okay, and then he normal summons for Apex Avian and uses Robina's effect to return it to the hand, itself to the hand. So
this Apex Avian puts Norman in a very good position.
Yeah.
So since he doesn't know what his opponent is playing, so This ironically is actually the best card against Fuxing, since Fuxing is unlikely going to be making much special summon.
Correct. And also as well, you know, if the Apex event returns to the hand and he gets a card, he can normal summon it the next turn again. So normal starts off with a pot of prosperity. Probably not going to get negated by Ash Blossom, I guess. He managed to look at the top 6 cards, I guess, this deck.
He's going for 6 to dig deeper into his deck.
Yep, as we mentioned before, Norman does not need any extra deck monsters. Alright, he has a Dogmatica Accretia.
So he's playing the Dogmatica variant of this Flundereeze. That would give him powerful traps such as Dogmatica. Oh, what's that?
Dogmatica Punishment.
Correct.
Yeah, that allows him. But so that means that he actually needs the extra deck also as well, but very minimally, probably just to destroy stuff. And he does not need to summon from the extra deck, so the punishment will pose no demerit to his deck as well.
He goes straight for the field card.
And the field card will reveal one of Robina from the hand to banish Eglin from the deck. Then in this turn, he will be granted an additional normal summon. So Jason, I'm beginning to think that my prophecy of a game is starting to go wrong. I was saying that this is going to be a fast game, slow game, but it turns out to be a fast game.
Well, it is slow on Fuxing's side. He has no place that he can make.
Yeah, but he has a Apex in hand, but he can't really summon it. All Fuxing needs is to draw upon Robina on one of the Flundereeze. He could make some plays from there. So Norman is still thinking, right? What should he banish with the Fuse Spells effect? The Fuse Spell is actually Flundereeze and the Mysterious Map. So what did he banish?
Yes, I can't see.
England? Alright, that's a glare there. We can't see, so he activates Robina's effect and England. So England's effect will return itself to the hand and Robina's effect will continue to search for another Flundereeze. And from there, we can be sure that probably England will be the one to be normal summoned because of Robina's effect. Alright, and then England will use the effect to search for another level 7 or higher Flundereeze. Oh, Wing Beast monster, actually just Wing Beast will do. Oh, and Fuxing activates the cross-out designator, probably to declare England, to negate England's effect.
Ooh, but Norman has...
Yes.
Oh, Norman has a Lancia, but you can't activate Lancia on your own turn.
Yes, Lancia can only be activated during your opponent's turn, guys. Or during your opponent's turn.
So he's forced to use his Apex Avian effect.
To negate, yep. With this, I think why, even though Fuxing knows that Apex Avian will negate the cross-out designator, right? He's probably thinking to reduce the damage done to his life points to survive one more turn. Because if this goes on, Norman will have enough attack power to deal a full 5,300 or above damage to Fuxing's life points. So he normal summons Empen, and the rest of the family, are they getting returned back to the hand? I guess Fuxing concedes. Fuxing shows his hand and concedes the game. So, yep,
So Norman finally knows what his opponent is playing after the match.
Yes, after 2 of the match.
Say goodbye, lonely